From fighting an atom bomb to having tons of Kens like me following around, Margot Robbie has been living the life of a star. But did you know that she slapped Leonardo DiCaprio and just managed to not get cancelled? Keep watching till the end to know how Margot Robbie became Barbie. Start of their life as a kid. You see, Margot might be the Barbie of our generation, but unfortunately, her father hasn't thought the same of her. Being born in an Australian resort town, Margot always didn't have a beautiful childhood. Her father, Doe Robbie, who was a farmer, left her family when she was just 4, leaving her mother and 4 children. After the divorce, her mom, Sari Kessler, who was a physiotherapist, took care of the 3 brothers and a sister all alone. Getting into acting, but having a single parents comes at a cost, and to cover those she had to do some not-so-Barbie things. At the age of 16, she wanted to pay for her studies and help her mom, and to make that possible, she worked 3 jobs as a saleswoman, as a waitress, and also as a maid. Margot had to spend all the money she made for her acting classes, and also for her ticket to Melbourne. And from that moment on, she had to juggle her studies and her never-ending auditions. On top of that, to make money in this new place, she even worked as a sandwich seller at Subway. The start of their full career. In spite of being such attractive, Margot was only given minor roles. She wasn't even mentioned in the credits of the films she was in. Unfortunately, she couldn't even afford an agent, but this later added to her luck as she learned all about casting and news just from her friends. But in 2007, she was finally noticed by Ash Aaron, who offered her a role in the film Vigilante. Now Ash totally couldn't take his eyes off Margot. So much so that he offered her another role in the movie I See You. Soon after that, she got an offer that changed the course of her entire career. When she was 17, Robbie was offered a role in the show Neighbours, and she dedicated the next 3 years of her life working on it. But this wasn't where she planned to stop, because she had goals big enough to conquer Hollywood someday. And to make her dreams come true, she hired an expert to teach her American accent, because she took a leap of faith and asked the directors to kill the characters in the show. Now this period was way more difficult than she expected it to be, until Studio Sony offered her a chance in their new show, Pan Am. Though the show was discontinued right after the first season, the fans just couldn't get their mind off Margot Robbie. Of course, who can blame them? In the year 2012, Ellen Lewis was looking for a female role in their upcoming movie. But he wasn't looking for just any other girl. He was looking for the hottest blonde in the world. So he called in Robbie for the auditions, and it was then she met none other than Leonardo DiCaprio. During the auditions, Leo improvised their first date and even kissed her. And Margot straight away slapped him. Margot was nervous that she'd be fired, but surprisingly it made the directors laugh, and we knew how the rest went. But it wasn't so simple. The movie had some bold scenes, and she had to decide to not invite her grandparents for the premiere. But right after that premiere, there was no looking back for her. She was even called out as the sexiest Hollywood star ever. But there was a little something going on in her mind still. She didn't just want people to think of her in just a particular kind of role. She just wanted to get out of the box. Margot even stated that she'd only like to work with the directors that understood women and their psychology. Margot wasn't fine being normal, and she wanted to change the norms of the industry itself. So she did something unexpected. With the help of some of her friends, she started her own production company called Lucky Chap Entertainment. And their main goal was to encourage women's stories. Soon after this, she got cast in 3 movies in the same year where she got to meet Ryan Gosling, Christian Bale, and Will Smith on the set. In the movie Focus, she got to work with Will Smith, where she said, "Oh no, LOL, I was just kidding. I hope I'm not slapped now." Later in the year 2016, something epic happened. She got starred in the film The Legend of Tarzan, and also as the famous Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad. The film might not be a hit, but it gathered a lot of fame. But this wasn't the epic thing I was referring to. Robbie, despite being so occupied while acting in the films and running her production company, also got to find the love of her life. Yeah, this was the guy she fell for. Don't you think I look better? Whatever, I wish that was me. How successful is she today? Robbie's exceptional talent has gotten her numerous awards and nominations, notably for her compelling portrayal of Tonya Harding in I, Tonya. She received nominations for the Academy Award, Golden Globe Award, a SAG Award, and BAFTA Award for Best Actress. Her roles in The Wolf of Wall Street and Suicide Squad also earned her nominations for various awards. See, all of her success was almost nothing when compared to the single biggest film she was ever a part of. Yeah, we are talking about Barbie. This film alone has managed to gross over $1.4 billion. Not just that, it even managed to get a lot of nominations and awards, including the Golden Globes and the Oscars. As of 2024, Margot is known to be one of the highest-paid actresses globally. With starring roles in blockbuster hits, Robbie commands substantial paychecks, with reports indicating earnings of $23.5 million in 2019 alone. Endorsement deals with brands like Calvin Klein, Nissan, and Chanel further bolster Robbie's income, capitalizing on her status as a fashion icon. Despite her immense wealth, Robbie remains grounded, using her earnings to invest in real estate and support her loved ones. She even made it a priority to pay off her mother's mortgage. Now that sounds like an act only a true Barbie could do. What their future looks like. As of now, she has just released the movie Barbie, which straight up ended becoming the highest grossing movie of the year. It even crossed the collections of Oppenheimer. Come on, not any of us could forget how the whole Barbieheimer thing was going on. With that being done, she even produced another film recently known as Saltburn. As of now, we aren't sure what movies Margot is planning on making, but her primary focus now is to star in a project through Lucky Chap Entertainment. She aims to contribute to gender equality projects in the film industry. Also subscribe if you enjoyed and want to join the Sign Blasters. Click the video on your screen because YouTube thinks you'll like it.